Hey guys, Martin here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to talk about the Christmas banner that is going to be coming out for Global tomorrow. Just going over some of the details, what I think of the banner, whether you guys should summon. I mean, that's always the hot topic with every banner at the moment, isn't it? With all of this stuff coming out so close to the anniversary, but definitely an interesting banner for a lot of people because, of course, it will mark the very first return of TEQ UI Goku for Global. So this is obviously going to be very exciting. I'm not sure if JP will get a version of this because obviously the way this works is this is a banner that came out on JP at the same time that TEQ UI came out. So this was during the Tanabata. You can see it was called the Tanabata Dokkan Festival. This is UI Goku's debut banner as it was on JP. I think it was unchanged for Global, but this is the banner that came out on JP, and then obviously during that same celebration, this banner came out and was also live. This one came out and was also live at the same time. And this is a thing that Dokkan has done for the last few years now, where the Tanabata unit comes out on Global obviously a little bit later. In the past, it was November, but we got it right at the end of the anniversary, so a lot earlier, and honestly not that far behind JP getting it. But this banner itself was then always the Christmas banner. So for Global, it used to be November, the Tanabata unit would come out. Then in December, this banner would come out, the Tanabata unit would return, and obviously the big draw is the fact that it was originally the first return for Global of the anniversary Dokkan Fest characters. So obviously Beast Gohan and AGL Broly. Now this year, we did get those special Black Friday Dokkan Festival banners where the anniversary Dokkan Fest and Carnival units returned for the first time. So you actually have had the opportunity to pick these guys up already before now, and this is just another opportunity to do so. Now, the thing that's going to be the most interesting to see whether it changes, but I honestly would not get my hopes up that it will. I think they will stick to the original format. But even though TEQ UI Goku comes back on this banner, he is very unlikely to be available with the red coins. Because obviously Global, you know, regardless of the delays and banners coming out later than they originally came out on JP, they would always release those banners with basically the exact same format. So because on JP, this banner would be out at the same time as this banner and then go away around about the same time as well. Obviously, UI Goku wouldn't be available with coins because it was literally his initial release. So he wouldn't be available with coins because it was his first release, and then he'd be available with coins when he comes back for the first time, which obviously for the Tanabata unit is on the Saiyan Day banner. So this is when we would expect TEQ UI Goku to actually be back and be available to pick up with red coins. So for Global, it does feel a little bit of a sting. Like, it feels a little bit unfortunate, the fact that technically it is a banner where the unit is returning, and now especially this time it's many months after their original release, because before it was like November to December, which isn't a huge gap. Whereas now, obviously, the unit is releasing on a banner here months and months after his original release, but potentially isn't going to be available with red coins. Now, if he is available with red coins, that would be a massive W for Global. I think that would actually make it so that he was available again for us before JP, because unless JP does some other kind of version of this banner as well, like I say, this is always just a copy and paste of what JP got. So that would actually be kind of interesting if Global was actually able to get them, because if Global could pick up UI Goku with red coins but JP cannot yet, that's definitely a big change and like a big W for Global. But obviously this is the banner as we would expect to see it. Now the thing is, even though it is the return of TEQ UI Goku, who is very good, obviously Global has finally gotten the Goku and Frieza event, and TEQ UI Goku, of course, with his domain, has the ability to remove the dodge cancelling ability from physical 17 and Frieza, which of course makes that stage a lot easier to do. The banner itself is a banner that is definitely like a big risk to summon on, because The banner, as you can see, has a lot of featured units. We're talking what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 featured SSRs on this banner. And bear in mind that if the banner is unchanged, which I believe it will be, you've got TEQ UI Goku, Beast, and Broly. Obviously, all still very good. Broly, you know, he's dropped off, not in like the top 10 LRs anymore, but he's still pretty good. He can still put in work. Dispo is a solid banner unit, but of course, like, he's available in every banner. The 6 years with their Easy A's are still good. The physical Blue Boys with their Easy A are still good. And then everybody else is just kind of like already at the point of being outdated, aside from, I guess, like TEQ, Kale, and Caulifla don't have their Easy A yet, so in theory there is hope for them, but like every other unit on the banner is already Easy A'd, and their Easy A is kind of outdated at this point. So if you were going to summon on this banner, more than likely you're only summoning, right, to try and get TEQ UI Goku, and if you're not pulling anyone other than him, Beast, Broly, or I guess the 6 years, if you still need copies of them, if you're not pulling those, you're essentially not getting anything particularly good. So these kind of banners where there's a lot of featured units and it has a lot of the older units on, like imagine summoning on this banner and getting a Super Vegito animation, and then you get like in UI Goku or like AGL Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, right? So definitely a dangerous banner to summon on if you're looking for UI Goku in particular, especially when you think about the anniversary. We've also got the New Year's banners. Like, this should come out on Christmas Day if it's the same as the last couple of years, and then we know that the Goku and Glorio banners are literally coming out within like a couple of days of that. So definitely a very risky summon. Now, if we take a look at the other stuff going on around it, I brought this page up because it was the banner we got last year. You can see for global, I don't know if it was the same for the Tanabata one because it doesn't have like the numbers on here, so I'm not sure if it was or if there was a different version of it. But when this came out on Christmas Day last year, it did have the do 3 multis get 1 free. So obviously they are trying to entice summons a little bit by giving you the 3+1. Not that I think in any way, shape or form makes this suddenly like a banner you should summon on, but that is something to bear in mind, that last year the version of the banner had 3+1, so I could definitely imagine that this year's version of the banner is going to have that as well. And then if we take a look at, this is the celebration that started on Christmas Day when the banner came out last year, so I imagine we are going to get a similar update like this coming on Christmas Day for this year as well. So we got the wintertime part 2, obviously missions, there's the banner, and it mentions here like the 120 hours super multi discounts, the ticket packs, so there should be ticket packs available to buy if you are a spending player. Obviously when it comes to these kind of banners, if you are a player that spends, tickets are always like a decent option for summoning on these banners, even though every point I made about the banner still stands, right? Like, you could buy the ticket packs, get a guaranteed featured animation, and then get like STR Rose or something. But obviously if you're a spending player and you want to keep your pool of stones ready to use for the actual anniversary banners, you could pick up some tickets to try and get TEQ UI Goku, especially if he's not available with his red coins. If UI Goku is somehow, by any sort of like miracle, is actually available with red coins for global, then I would say that this banner is an absolute like easy skip. Like, do not summon at all on the banner if he is actually available with red coins, because I feel like there's no real reason to summon on this banner other than because you want to pick up TEQ UI Goku, right? So ticket packs available. There's also sales, fairly decent sales for Christmas. So if you are a spending player, again, obviously picking these up. I mean, honestly, it's probably most likely you're just going to be picking these up ready for either New Year's or the anniversary. So again, not something that you necessarily are going to be putting towards this banner, but obviously some sales. And then we just had some like free to play Easy A's, the Super Battle Road stage. Obviously we don't know if we're going to get any sort of Easy A's or anything like that with the New Year's celebration, because it's not like we have a bunch of like Dimer units already that are ready to go, right? Whereas we know when we get the theme of a celebration like Busaga or GT, we have a list of characters that we are expecting to get an easy A. Whereas with this, I feel like they could link it to almost anything, right? We could get Busaga units, we could get Dragon Ball Seeker units, Demonic Power units, who knows, right? And then for Global, there was a World Tournament, but we had that last week. So not a huge amount in the celebration. It's mainly for the Christmas stuff, and then obviously the New Year stuff is going to be coming out soon. And then I just brought up the info for this, right? You could get the packs with the tickets that came with some skill orbs and kais and stuff like that. They did them in like a weird odd number for the tickets, which they usually do, right? The packs are like step ups, so if you buy all the packs you end up getting all the summons. If they do them this time, though, I think, isn't it like the multi is like 5 tickets? I can't remember if they did it this way last time. So unless they gave one of the tickets out for free, getting a 4-ticket pack is kind of weird if the multi is 5 tickets. But I actually can't remember exactly what the format was for the tickets last time. I'd completely forgotten it was a random 4 and then 8 ticket pack. But normally it's in sets of 7. Maybe they gave out like 2 free ones, because then that would be 14 if you bought the first 2 packs, because then these are in a 28, which is a multiple of 7. So I'm not really sure, but basically this banner as it is here shouldn't change, should have this format, should come out on Global on Christmas Day. TEQ UI Goku returning for the first time. However, he most likely will not be available with red coins, which, like I say, seems kind of unfair when, you know, the normal format is a unit comes out, months later, you know, they come back on another banner and they're available with red coins, which is how this situation, I was going to say appears, but is how it is. But it's just because they copy and paste the banner formats from JP for the most part. And because this banner is out on JP at the same time as UI Goku's original release banner, the Tanabata unit is never available with red coins when the Christmas banner finally comes to Global. But Beast Gohan and Broly are there. They are, Beast especially, of course, is a decent pick for your red coins if you decided to wait and hold off on when they were here for the Black Friday banners to see what else was upcoming, or, you know, whether you were going to summon on anything else to get more red coins. This banner, I guess, technically is a normal Dokkan Fest banner as well, so it will give red coins if you do summon on it. But I would say for most people, this banner is a very easy skip. Even if it has the 150 like 3+1 multis, even if the first rotation is discounted, any of that kind of stuff, I would say the banner is a pretty easy skip. If you're a spending player, then obviously pick up some tickets if you want to have a go at getting TEQ UI Goku. But yeah, I would say this banner is a pretty easy skip. If we get the lucky Global W and Goku's available with red coins, then of course he is a top pick to actually get with the red coins. But otherwise, this banner is, for most people, just going to be a thing that just appears in the game tomorrow and nobody really touches or pays much attention to, but it is what it is. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Would you be summoning on this banner for TEQ UI? Are you saving your stones for the New Year's banner, or just saving to go all in for the anniversary? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Maybe you'll try the tickets, or who knows. I only have TEQ UI Goku at 55%, so I would love to have some dupes in him, but I think what I'll probably do is buy a couple of the ticket packs, the old Christmas money, and then maybe just put out a video tomorrow using some tickets for some summons, and maybe we'll get him. Obviously I'm not streaming tomorrow as it is Christmas Day, but let me know what you guys think of the banner. Let me know your thoughts on all of this stuff and TEQ UI Goku down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.